iced coffee on a coworker's head.
Danny, please tell me nobody saw that.
Yeah. Not to mention an HR rep that is investigating Tony and I's relationship. If they weren't going to fire me before then, they definitely might now.
Okay, well, I mean, your boyfriend is your boss, right? I'm sure Tony can clean this up.
Well, he was the main one shaming the bitch for.
Okay, so in one of the more touching moments of this recent episode of Sisters, we had Danny calling Fatima over her other girls to kind of get some emotional support given the circumstances of what went down at the airport where she dumped the coffee on Leonard. And a lot of fans are talking about the fact that, dang, I'm surprised. I mean, first of all, we love this like friendship dynamic between Fatima and Danny, but the fact that she would call her above anyone else, even Sabrina of all people, says a lot. Now, from a narrative standpoint, it makes sense because all the other women are really dealing with something right now. Like Karen's about to get freaky with Aaron. Sabrina still dealing with the grief involving the whole sperm situation, and Andy is well dealing with the multiple men situation. So Fatima, out of the four, seems to be the most available, even though her and Zach are definitely on a timetable about the whole situation involving getting evidence to present to Watt, or they're going down in 24 hours, which also begs the question of, even if they don't come up with something, on what grounds would Agent Watt be able to arrest them? I didn't even think about that until just now, but that makes absolutely no sense. But yeah, I think that was really sweet. Now, on the one hand, I'm looking at it from the perspective of, maybe because Danny knows that, obviously Fatima works at the law firm with Andy. If there comes a point where maybe legal action is possibly presented against her for assault, she would talk to Fatima, because remember, after the whole situation with Jonah running him down with the car, she went to Andy, but then Fatima swooped in and saved the day for her by checking information out and showing that Jonah wasn't pressing charges and he was alive. So with this situation about the job, the whole thing probably resembled it in terms of, let me call my girl Fatima because, she'll give it to me straight. And I think it also helps that she calls someone who, well, I don't know if she's aware of Fatima's crash outs, but she calls someone who goes off similar to her, So that could be another reason why Danny preferred to call her. And I like how Fatima broke it down, like, Danny, like, did anybody see what happened? And like, what are the higher ups saying? So I really like that. And then after the phone call was over, you had Zach and Fatima discussing the situation because, Zach was able to overhear what was going on. But they also were concerned and wanted to go check on her. But to be fair, I'm looking at it from the perspective of, y'all got way too much going on. Like, y'all should have either, if Fatima didn't waste time going to that sister circle crap, then yeah, her dropping everything to go check on Danny makes sense. But they need to come up with something before Watt comes down on them hard. But they eventually agree. It's like, we'll double up, where it's like, Zach, you go take Danny, I'll go over to Hayden's, and I'm with Zach because, like, look, we shouldn't split up. We ought to just handle it together. We go over to Hayden's first, then we go check on Danny. But Fatima, does what Fatima does, and she sets the rules, and Zach has to follow it. And, well, we know how things will fall out between her and Tamara in the next episode. But, yeah, I thought it was really cool that Danny made the call to Fatima, just showing how close they are compared to the other girls. But, of course, we know Danny will go to see Andy in the next episode after she gets terminated. And we do know eventually Sabrina's going to learn about what happened. And I do think in the episode 20 synopsis, it says something to the effect of, Tony has a tense run-in with Sabrina at the airport over her advice to Danny given her situation at the job. So Sabrina could possibly point her in the direction of, either being mad at Tony or, filing for wrongful termination or something like that. So we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, I thought it was cool. Fatima stepped in, to be there for her. But Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.